Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Damon the Diamond One. Welcome back to another. Fuck, I can't speak. Welcome back to another story time. This is technically the first one since I deleted the other one. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing more story times. I promise they're not all gonna be sex related. The only reason I picked this one is because I've been wanting to tell this one for a while, and well, I don't have any other stories I wanna tell just yet. And also, I will be doing some commission stories. So if you want to leave your stories in the down below. I will cover those eventually. And yeah, so here we go. This is when I caught someone trying to bust on the bus. Now this is semi recently. This happened like a few months ago, I should say. Now the reason I remember it is because this couple started taking my bus again after they were kicked off. Now, I'll explain why they were kicked off. It's probably obvious. But first of all, let me get some pointer. Explain. So, I am a car rider in the morning. Then I take the bus home. Yeah, that's how it works. And this year, I took the car right to school. I thought this was going to be a normal day, right? And it was a normal day. I mean, I had to do math. I had to do. After I was done with all my classes, I went on the bus. And then, well, usually I sit by myself. On this day, my friend was like, "Yo, can my friend was like, yo, can I sit here?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I scoot over and let her sit there. So yeah, and then I'm just listening to music, probably an Eminem song. I was really into Eminem when this happened. So like, Mom Spaghetti, ooh ooh. I don't know, like so then this couple got on the bus, and to be clear, we were sitting near the back, so we could see what was going on if we looked over, because we were like in the second to back row, and they were in the very back row. So yeah, let's just keep that in mind. So I started to drift off a bit because I didn't get much sleep, and then I start hearing some smooching noises. Now I'm not gonna recreate it, but you can probably recreate it on in your head. But so I look over and for like a glance over, and they're just making out on this fucking bus. So that's not bad, I guess. You don't really have. I don't know why you would be making out on a bus, and it's like instead of waiting until you get home. Uh, so I said really didn't care. You do what you gotta do, and then I started to drift off again, and then it wasn't until my friend sitting next to me, she woke me up. She's like, "Look, Damon, Damon." And I was like, what?" Hey. And then she points over to the side, and I could see what looks to be a towel on this dude's lap going up and down, and her head in it. And I already know what's going on. I was like, "Oh fuck, yeah, yeah, you're telling me." And it's bro on a bus. Now I'm not gonna. I wasn't gonna snitch. I will admit it was a bit weird, but I'm not gonna snitch. No one was gonna snitch until this fucking kid in the back. Remember the snitch kid? That was like the third row. He's like, "Ooh, teacher, they're trying to." They're. He didn't really say, "Oh, teacher," but he's like, he went to the bus driver and screamed, "They're fucking, they're fucking on the bus." Well, I don't know. Remember if he said they're fucking on the bus? I remember he said like something along the lines of they're doing something on the bus. And then so the teacher stopped the bus and well, no, the bus driver, I guess, stops the bus. She goes back. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing? What the heck are you doing on my bus?" It's like she was and then she was obviously embarrassed. The girl that was giving this guy doing this guy a favor, his her boyfriend a favor. Mm, he was embarrassed too. And luckily, no one saw anything. The it, and they got kicked off the bus. I was and yeah, So they kept going back and forth. The boyfriend was trying to defend himself, like, "Come on, I'm a young teenager. Am I not allowed to have fun?" And then everybody keeps saying, along with the bus driver, on a public school bus, like you couldn't. This couple lives right next to each other. I have the same stop as them, and they live right next to each other, like directly next to the same house, basically. And they couldn't wait until they got off to to start doing stuff, like, cause they like are just across the street from each other, and they couldn't just wait a few minutes. I know they definitely do certain things at night. She's and well, they started going back and forth, and she kicks them off of the bus. He's like, That's it. I've had enough. Get off my bus right now." He's like, "You can't do this. You can't." He's like, "Yes, I can. Get the fuck off of my bus." And so this kid, and plus it was only like a mile away from his stop anyway, so they could just walk home. Uh, like, yeah. So they do the walk of shame off the bus. He's like, "Sorry about that, everyone," and then they go back to the most normal bus ride ever. And then, oh, and then like my friend looks at me like, "How did you feel about that?" And I was like, "I don't know. What am I supposed to say, bro? They were caught fucking on the bus." And he's like, "Yeah, true, true." Alright. What are you supposed to do in that scenario, bro? So, what would you do if you got caught? I was like, "I'm not gonna get caught. Who's gonna try and leave fuck on the bus?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's true. Like, you can't just wait until you get home. Like, I've seen people do it. I've heard, like, stories of people doing it in bathrooms and shit. Like, school bathrooms is already weird. But on a fucking bus where everybody can see you? Why? Like, at least in the bathrooms, you can have more privacy. Privacy. Unless they're fucking weirdo and look over the stall. Or look underneath it. They probably aren't gonna see you doing it. So you're good. You're covered. Yeah. That's the story. So I get off at my stop. And then I go get off the bus, which I live right where the couple lives. Like, I live, I take the same stop that they take, and it was they were, I forget what I never saw them again, like until recently. They started taking the bus again, and I think they had to sign a waiver, or sign something that said they wouldn't try and do that ever again on the bus, and like, yeah. It was kind of like a rumor for a while. Uh, but nah, I can hear to confirm the rumor. It's true. They were caught doing something on the bus. And, well, yeah. My, what do I have to say about this? The moral behind the story is, if you're gonna do that with your friend, wait until, if you're your partner, wait until you go home. I don't care if you're, like, if you're max fuck level and you really want to do it, just wait until you get home. Like, I get some people don't live right next to each other, but still, you don't do that on the bus. Wait until you get home. Yeah, it's more of a story. And if you don't want to end up like these guys, don't just don't do that on the bus, bro. That's all I gotta say. Well, that was the story time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.